All right, let's get to a mad dash with Jim. Of course, we've got an opening bell about 8 minutes from now. We should talk about Bayer, this clinical trial that failed. And this is a stock. By the way, I talked about tough talk like a week ago from the CEO saying, hey, we got a lot of revenues and no cash flow.
Right.
This is not helping.
Well, I mean, look, there's $21 billion market cap loss. Now, David, you remember this acquisition.
Let me move here. So
I feel like the people have to focus on the state of Missouri, which is a very pro-tort bar situation where the company has to pay. They just got a verdict. A huge verdict, $1.5 billion, $500 million in each in punitive damages for these plaintiffs. David, you've got a collapse of a big drug that was supposed to be
right. So we've got two pieces of news. One you're referring to, which is the continued litigation over the Monsanto product, and an award there of $1.5 billion. And then we've also got, basically, they were told to stop a trial, a direct oral therapy for patients with atrial fibrillation at risk for stroke,
which is
being
everybody.
Stopped early because it's not working.
AFib risk for stroke is pretty much everybody. So it was something that Bristol Myers has similar product. Bristol Myers is going down very big. David, I think that you have to put this in the confines that you and I both know. This is one of the major companies in Europe. Okay,
Bayer
major.
is, yes. Yes.
And, there's a couple of big companies in Europe, BASF, Bayer, and what happens is that when you see this company down, it can bring down the whole stock exchange.
Yeah, in Germany, yeah. I mean, we're talking, again, one of the worst acquisitions of all time, of course, Monsanto and all the risks that came along with it and the liabilities from Roundup, which ended up being enormous and continue. And then back to just the unfortunate and disappointing results from this trial, which, as you point out, is also impacting Bristol Myers. They have something as well they've been working on.
Right, and that was going to be their bridge. They had Milfection, and Milfection was going to be the bridge off the Eliquis cliff, which is, you see that advertised all the time. You have blood thinner. And David, it's supposed to be $2.5 to $3 billion drug for Bristol. So it totally, this was just a colossal decline and mistake for everybody. But David, I would point out, now in that Missouri loss, that J&J had a similar case. Well, J&J has talc. Similar case, meaning it went to Missouri, and it was a $2 billion verdict, $2.1 billion verdict, and it held up. So this is not something that necessarily is just going to they'll get that thing down. It's exaggerated. It ain't exaggerated. So the two pieces of information for Bayer are just disastrous for them.
Yeah.
Disastrous.
And we'll, there it is. And we'll keep following both, of course, and this continued decline in shares of both Bayer, as you see there, and Bristol Myers getting hit as well. Opening bell about a little more than 5 minutes away.